Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Tanaka with a WBZ News Update. Memorial services begin today for a fallen Billerica police officer. A public visitation for Sergeant Ian Taylor will be held this afternoon at the Cottadella Funeral Home in Methuen. He was killed in the line of duty last week when he was hit by an excavator at a construction site. Sergeant Taylor was a 21-year veteran of the department. The visitation starts at 3. A funeral mass will be held in Lawrence tomorrow. More legal trouble for the Cape Cod airman who leaked top military secrets. The Air Force will consider charges against Jack Texera that could lead to a court-martial. Back in March, the Dighton native pleaded guilty to all 6 federal counts he faced under the Espionage Act. He's now facing up to 16 years in prison. More credit card skimmers have been found at Roach Brothers supermarkets. The company says the skimmers were found at 9 locations last week. Employees immediately removed them, in some cases minutes after they were installed. So far, no customers have reported any stolen data. Roach Brothers found skimmers at some locations back in December, and since then it has conducted daily security checks. All right, time now for a check of a very warm forecast. Here's Jason Michael.
How about this, Chris? We're going to flip the on switch to the upper 60s and low 70s later on this afternoon. We've got a nice dose of the high pressure system right now, which is stabilizing our atmosphere and also allowing for a little bit of warmer weather to move back in. Already in the 50s in several pockets this morning, still in the upper 40s, right around 50 degrees. Hint, hint, the Boston area right now. Shortly around the mid-morning hours, we'll likely crank up our motor, moving into the upper 50s and low 60s, eventually landing amongst the lower 70s later on this afternoon. Noticeably, the axis is going to be drawn mainly along south areas of the coastline, getting out towards the Cape. That's where the 60s and 50s will remain on tap, but inland areas will certainly be in the mid to low 70s. And I'll have to tell you this, it's likely going to be around 8 to 10 degrees warmer than average for afternoon highs. The cooler weather arrives later on this evening, and that's going to be in the wake of the cold front swooshing through the area. Swooshing through the area later on this evening around 7 p.m. Much in the way of 60s will be on tap, low 60s in fact for Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. More rain is also going to develop. That is going to be moving in right along with a warm front, pushing our temperatures back into the 70s and likely mid to upper 70s, certainly in central and also western Mass on Tuesday. And then another cold front emerges by Wednesday of next week. More rain and rumbles likely then. Chris?
All right, Jason, this has been a WBZ News Update. I'm Chris Tanaka. Have a great day.